All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. You made it. I made it. We all made it. Welcome to the morning show. What a great day it's going to be today. Because it's Friday, obviously it's Crypto Friday in the morning show, but it's really more than that because we've been talking about cryptos so much on this show and on other shows and in meetings and on Slack and on the Twitters and all that stuff that we have to do another thing. So what's going to happen is after this show is over today, immediately after the show is over, Louis and Steve are going to go live and they're going to talk all about all these crypto stocks. There's just this plethora, this cornucopia that we have of new crypto stocks. Like, remember back in the day when there was like 4 crypto stocks? There was like Coinbase and Riot and Mara and MicroStrategy. Right. Yeah. Those days are over. There's like 100 now. Right. Way too many to keep track of. So we're going to talk with Louis on this show. And then after the show, Louis and Steve are doing their thing. And that's going to happen right here on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, it'll redirect straight to that video. You don't even have to do anything. If you're watching us on Twitter, it'll be there too. If you're watching on our site, it'll be there too. So big day for us here. I'm excited to watch that because I can't keep up. Literally, I cannot keep up with all these new crypto stocks. So I'm excited for that. What up, chat? How we doing? Good? Yes? Excellent. I got JC in the house. Strazza will be in and out today. He's getting ready for that other thing I just mentioned. But he's here. So we got the full crew. Let's go to work.
All right. We are back.
What's up?
Back at the office, Spencer. Feeling good.
How's it feel?
Good. I like it.
Good.
It's good to be back. A few days on the road. No big deal. Listen, bull market's alive and well. People having a good time. A lot of shout outs for Spencer. Where's Spencer? Over at the conference, by the way? A lot of Spencer shout outs.
Wait, at Future Proof?
At Future Proof, a lot of people were asking, where's Spencer? Is he here?
That's not true.
I swear to God. Why would I say that? I know I'm dead serious. Steve also. What's up with Steve? How's Steve doing? More of where's Spencer and more of how's Steve doing.
Okay.
Less how's Spencer doing and not that much of where's Steve.
Did you say I have a million kids? Is that what you told him? That's what you should have told him. I got a million, JC. I got a million kids. Okay.
I didn't really say much. I was like, nah, he's doing great.
I got a million kids. I can't leave the house. Okay.
Yeah. You know how it is. Now you understand when I say that. Now
That's
you're
right.
like, oh, now I know what JC was talking about.
That's right. Yeah, I learned a hard lesson last week. Vacation with a kid ain't no vacation.
With kids, it's not a vacation. It's a trip.
That's right.
Trip. Vacation's when you go without the kids. It's
that's right.
things.
That's right. That's
We'll see. Well, you already know now.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Let's get into it. All right.
I will tell you. Hold on. I will tell you that it wasn't frothy though. I didn't notice froth in the conference. There was people were happy, but it wasn't like this giddiness. It was more of a disbelief happy. Like wow. Like I don't get it, but whatever. It's kind of like one of those, right?
Yeah, and then for what it's worth, I think you said this as well on Monday or Tuesday, but I've seen several people who were at the Future Proof conference saying that there was not a lot of crypto conversation. I've now seen that from like 4 or 5 people.
I didn't go to any of the presentations really. I was kind of just there. I had lunches and happy hours and concert. I've had Bush in my head for days now. I can't get Bush out of my head.
Excellent.
But yeah, not a lot of frothiness and no crypto. But I'm not. It's hard for me to say that because I wasn't at the presentation, so I don't know.
Fair. All right, let's get into it. Yep.
All right, we are back, and the Dow is down 0.25% this morning, down 100 points. That's 46,030. Highest close ever for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. First time in history for the Dow to close above 46,000. 50K, here we come. S&P 500 flat this morning, just at 65.86. Also an all-time high. NASDAQ 100 actually in the positive this morning, slightly, pretty much flat. 24,000 for the NASDAQ 100, highest close ever again. So S&P, Dow, NASDAQ, all highest closes ever. 30-year bond futures are down 0.5% this morning as rates are up. 117 and change for 30-year futures. Crude oil up 1.6% at 63 and change. Copper flat this morning at 465. You got gold flat this morning at 36.76. Also pushing all-time highs. Silver up 0.75%. 42.5 for silver. Wow. Speaking of 50, here we come. And the volatility index under 15. Under 15 for the vol. Continuing to press down against new lows overall for volatility. And then let's check in on the old funny money. You got Bitcoin at 115,000 even, right? Down slightly on the day. You got Ethereum 45.15 up 1.2%. Solana 238 up another 4%. Shout out Solana. Great call. Steve Strazza has been all over that. Excellent call. And that brings the total crypto market cap 3.95 trillion, Mr. Spencer Israel.
All right.
3.95.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
There's a lot of things that I feel about what you just said. Everyone's talking about the gold chart.
Is everybody talking about that?
I'm seeing a lot of stuff on just about gold. A lot of gold charts. A lot of gold headlines. There's the headlines and there's the charts. And sometimes they diverge. Sometimes they converge. And I'm just seeing a lot of gold the last couple of days. Seems
That's
like.
interesting. Remember we were talking about gold 5,000 a couple of years ago, and people thought we were nuts. You remember that?
That was March or April of last year.
Was that? It wasn't before that.
I think
we may have run. I think we did that twice, maybe.
Okay, maybe.
But either way, people were like, "Oh my God, JC says gold 5,000. That's crazy." I'm like,
yeah.
Is it though? Is it that crazy? I mean, we've seen it before and a lot more. So like, I was like, seems a little crazy for that not to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yes. Like the thing about saying like price targets like that, like based on the chart, is like it sounds crazy sometimes, right?
I mean, it was like 150% move higher for gold, which I mean, there's precedent for that. I mean, it was like and 5,000 just only 5,000 because you got to get to 5,000 before you get to 10,000. I mean, that's really the only reason why 5,000, right? You know what I mean?
It's not even.
It's just math, right, Spencer? So hold on. So this morning, as far as what stands out from the futures, I would argue what stands out is what happened yesterday. Throw up slide 2 there.
Oh.
Throw up that slide 2. You got the Dow Jones Industrial Average, highest close ever. And throw up that next slide there. You got, I mean, there are still, I got to tell you, there's some real assholes out there who continue to preach this lie that it's only 7 stocks driving the market. You know how
I don't, come on now. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this, man.
So we're looking at the All Country World Index, and it's, again,
we've been doing this
all
for how
country.
I can't.
All country. So including names outside the country. And then we have the All Country World Index ex-US, which by definition have no stocks in the United States. Now, those 7 stocks that are driving the market, they trade in the United States. So the index that has no stocks from the United States is making new all-time highs. All-time highs. None of those stocks. Let me ask you this, Spencer Israel. Of the Magnificent 7, whatever the fuck that means.
You know what that
means. How
means.
many of those stocks are in the top 50 best performing stocks of the year?
Yes.
How many?
Okay. So yes.
How many?
I'm guessing the answer is like 1.
0.
Okay, fine.
0.
Fine. Here, you know what it is. Here's the thing: the 7 largest companies in the world are so large that they are going up on an absolute basis, just in terms of market cap. They are going up more than everybody else because they're so damn big. That's does not
denominator fallacy, my friend. It's a beautiful thing.
I didn't finish. That does not mean, of course, it implies, but it does not mean that nothing else is going up, right? It just means they're so big that they're going up the most. But if you actually, and to your point, JC, if you actually look elsewhere, most things are going up, right? So just because 7 stocks go up the most doesn't mean that many other stocks in this country and many others are not also going up, right? It's that's the way it is. Okay, so like both sides are kind of
Africa is making new multi-year highs. Africa.
right.
All right.
So
Africa. All right, we'll leave it there. I really appreciate that you liked this chart that we talked about earlier this week. When Spencer likes a chart, that stands out to me. These are the top 10 stocks in America as a percentage of the S&P 500, right? So which is about 38%. And so we're comparing it to how it is in other countries, which is, the United States really isn't that concentrated compared to the other countries. What'd you like about this chart, Spencer?
No, this is a data point that you've said many times, but I've never actually seen it in visual form. Okay?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So that's all this is I know this is true because you tell me it's true, but now I can actually, and of course, if I went one by one and looked, I could see for myself, but I'm not going to do that. So that's all I liked about this. Is just and really, you can say that concentration is better or worse in other countries, but I don't know how much better or how much worse. So this is a nice visual just to show that the U.S. But again, like those other countries don't have $4 trillion companies, right? So we do in America. So we have several $1 trillion companies actually. So both those things are true, JC, right? We have a group of companies that are so abnormally large that they do kind of cast a shadow. However, we all know that does not mean that there are not other opportunities to be had. That's it.
Strazza, lots of how's Strazza doing at the conference?
Yeah.
Where's Spencer and how's Strazza doing? Those are the questions I was getting.
Yeah, I miss my homies.
I was telling everybody he's killing it. I'm like, oh my God, his biggest complaint, he's not playing enough golf. That's where he's at right now. That's how terrible his life is. That is his biggest complaint. And they just crack it up. Dude, I had people dying. Strazza, here's one for you. Slide 5, please. So this is the New York Stock Exchange Composite. These are the stocks that trade on the world's most important stock exchange.
Big stick.
In New York.
Big stick. Look at this stick. Love it.
That's a big stick right there. Also, when you look at these stocks that trade on the New York Stock Exchange and you calculate how many of them are above their 200-day moving average, which if you're above your 200-day, you're probably not in a downtrend, right? So if you calculate the percentage of the stocks above their 200-day, it's the most that there's been all year. So breadth deterioration is something you tend to see at market tops. Not only are we not seeing breadth deterioration, we continue to see breadth expansion. Stocks around the world, stocks in America, stocks in Africa. Shout out to Africa. You know what I love about Africa? They put cashews, like cashews in the food. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
I do too.
Right? I do love Cubans don't do that. Cubans don't put cashews in the food, but the Africans do. I get down with that.
I love the nuts in the food.
Yeah, me too.
A lot of the Asians do it too. This happens in Thailand pretty often.
Yeah, the Asians do it too. Yeah, true.
Great stuff with peanuts.
Come on, Cubans, get your shit together. The Italians don't do that either.
Well, the Italians fuck with pine nuts, which I don't think is exactly a nut. But that's
not even a nut. Yeah,
it's not even a nut. It's a fugazi nut, the pine nut. Okay, so ready for this? All right, go down slide 6.
Wait. I had a question, not to be a little pedantic, but technically speaking, wouldn't breadth deteriorate after a bull market has peaked?
No, Spencer.
No, hell no.
What, have you not been paying attention?
No. Market internals peak first, right?
You're killing me,
then that deterioration.
Did he just ask that question? Stick him in the bathroom.
All right. I'll see myself.
In the bathroom, Spencer. You go.
This is why we do this,
dude.
But listen,
did he just say that? God damn it, Spencer. I love you. You have been paying attention the last several years you've been working with us.
He doesn't listen to anything we say.
Fuck, man. Jesus, Spencer.
Real talk. JC, I'm not kidding. I've been saying
an old man moment, Spencer.
Listen to me.
Been a dad for like a month.
This is the single best environment that bulls have had this entire cycle.
Oh, that's the top.
The market hasn't looked this healthy. It's almost too healthy. It's hard to find bearish data points. That's true, and you know it. Like sentiment too. This backdrop of sentiment, as bad as it is,
these individuals
with everything else as good as it is. I mean, this is a bull's dream.
Dude,
right here.
Half the individual investors are bearish. Half. Fucking half.
Baidu's
How
up
is
another.
that possible?
Well, that means that half aren't bearish, JC.
Hey.
So
go to the next one. So this is the historical data, right? So this is the historical data. So this came out yesterday. So this is the historical data going back. This is the most bearish they've been since the beginning of May, which, if you recall, that was one of the most bearish periods in the history of the stock market. Looking at this data and some others, but in this data in particular, this goes back to the 1980s, and they were crazy. They are the most bearish they have been since then. 6 weeks in a row, more bears than bulls. What is happening? Like, what? Am I like in the Twilight Zone?
This is fucking stupid. Look,
All right, hold on.
time.
Let's see what the hold on. Look at the speculators. Go to the speculators. So this is the dumb money, right? So the speculators, these are asset managers, hedge funds. These are literally, by definition, historically the worst investors, and they never got back in. They never got back in. They sold into the hole. The market ripped. Strazza was talking about the V bottom. Obviously, he nailed it. S&Ps are making new highs. The positioning is still down where it was in the spring. It's not just the individuals and then go, because you could say, well, the NASDAQ is actually, the speculators are very net long the NASDAQ. But what ends up happening is that they're short the Russell 2000, they're long the NASDAQ. So go to the next one. And when you combine the Dow, NASDAQ, S&P, mid caps, well, the Dow's not in there. It's S&P, NASDAQ. Yeah, the Dow's in there. Mid caps, S&P, NASDAQ, and Dow. Look at that.
Well, that's cool.
Who's to say that they are actually just simply the first ones to leave the party? And this is a warning sign.
They are the last ones to leave the party.
This is a warning sign, is what it is. This is a stigma.
No. They haven't even started buying yet. Like, people are like, "Oh, this is frothy." Like, that's all they have to buy. So they have to buy back those shorts.
But you're saying that speculators are long NASDAQs, short Russells right now.
Yeah.
Pairs trades are for pansies.
I'm not necessarily saying that it's a pairs trade. It could be a pairs trade, but that's not the point. They're long the NASDAQ. They're short the Russell 2000. Doesn't mean that all of those hedge funds are doing both of those.
No, I know. I'm just hearing pairs trade.
Yeah, no, as a group.
Yeah, bummer for them.
Wait,
so
and pairs trades are not for pansies. They're for market neutral participants. Delta neutral. Like, there's nothing wrong with a delta neutral strategy.
Exactly.
Can we go back to the
haters?
Live a little.
Can we go back to the AII, to the survey chart for a second? I have a theory on that. So if half the people are bearish, okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, in a bull market, neutral is bullish. Okay, so half the people are bullish. Because
which is historically very low, especially in a bull market.
If you think about like
you can't spin this any special way.
This is historically bearish for an all-time high. In fact, I'm going to go ask Grant to go and run the numbers and see if this is the most bearish they've ever been at a new all-time high. I would venture to say it's probably in the conversation as the most bearish at an all-time high. I'd love to see the data. I'm going to have him run it. Right? 6 weeks in a row, more bears than bulls. Stock market's at fucking all-time high.
It's not more bears than bulls. It's more bulls than bears. Not by much.
Not by much.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying neutral is bullish. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Hey,
neutral is neutral, bro.
Boys.
No, in a bull market, it's not.
Boys, I think the bigger, more important point is that everything is working out here. The growth indexes are breaking back out. The value
how
stuff
about that KC, baby? One for the good guys. That KC while I was in California, ripping. Shout out China. Communism wins again.
Baidu's up another 5%. It's been the single best stock out in China over the past month or so. I am taking some profits short term in a lot of this China stuff. And we put on 5 new trades yesterday.
Wow.
Because it's the time to smash the gas. And if you look at the speculative growth stocks, a lot of these zoomed higher into early July and have been dead sideways, coiled up ever since. The way ARK looks is the way a lot of these quantums and space and exploration and even crypto stocks look. So coiled up, ready to go.
Spencer, drop the link for where everybody could see that today. That's going to be awesome.
I think that the single best opportunities right now today are in crypto, which is why we're doing this thing in 1 hour and 10 minutes here. So I'm super psyched for that.
It's crypto is just a great example of the speculative growth trade that continues to work. All-time high short interest in ARK. All of those shorts have to buy back. What's in ARK? Crypto, flying cars and shit, biotechnology. Go down the list of companies that ARK owns. The word therapeutics, I would venture to say, is the word that is used the most among that list of holdings. And so biotechs continue to work. The XBI making new highs yesterday. You see my adaptive yesterday up like 9% on the day. One of the best charts in the market.
Yeah. Active or adaptive? They both look great.
Adaptive.
So, and look, to be clear, we're taking profits on the trades. For primary trend people, this is still the moment for China.
Dude, that JD trade, boy, did that work out well.
Yes. These stocks look amazing on a primary trend basis. So know your time frame. What are your goals and objectives?
Hold on. I wanted to have this conversation. So I called Strazza last Wednesday and I'm like, yo, I'm buying JD. You in it? And he's like, yeah, I'm in it. And I'm like, I'm just looking at these calls. I think I was looking at the Januaries or the Februaries. And Strazza's like, dude, I'm in the Octobers, but I wish I had more time. Right. And I'm like, I agree. I would like to have more time, which is why I'm looking at January. Then we were looking at Marches or Aprils, and we were even looking at leaves because Sam liked the leaves. And I'm like, no, that's too conservative. I want to be more aggressive. Let's get the Januaries. I forget if I have the Januaries or Februaries, but right around there.
You don't hold
on. This is important. Yeah. So Strazza was complaining or not complaining, but like he wishes that he had more time because he had the October calls, right? Do I have that right? So in that conversation last Wednesday, I went out further. I would venture to say that you're making a lot more money than I am, correct?
Definitely. Yeah.
So you see how this works? He wanted more time. I agreed. He was more aggressive than I was being. And that actually ended up working out really well for him.
Because you don't know in that instance if it's going to scoop right away like it did.
Right. It literally ripped since that morning.
The next day. Right. So we got that quick 10%. Yeah. The theta decay would have been working against us more quickly in those October calls if it hung out and didn't move for a week, 2 weeks. So you never know.
Like we're up like 130%. You got to be up a lot more than that.
Yeah, we're up a couple multiples.
Nice. So that's how life works. This is real life. This is real life. Because at that moment, if Strazza had to choose, he would have done what I did. And since he had already done something else and he stuck with that plan, he's making a lot more money than me.
And the rotation is right now alive and well in the realest freaking way. I'm so serious about this China shit. I'm looking at these stocks all day, every day. I mean, you could take the JD profits. You could take the Baidu profits, the Baba profits. By the way, I'm riding JD. I'm not out. I'm out of Baidu and Baba in the short term.
I have a free ride until like January or February. I forget which expiration. I've
sold double.
Free money.
I've sold double and nothing else. I think JD is going higher right here today into next week. But there are other setups in China that are like right now actionable. Looked like JD did last week or Baidu 2 weeks ago.
Look at the TME, the Spotify of China.
I like this XPEV. This is one of those monster year-to-date coils. Yeah, you could get creative out here. There's a lot to do, a lot of options in China, the most options of anywhere.
Steve, not enough ridiculous leveraged Chinese instruments is what I'm gathering from this conversation.
They got doubles. Okay. You could do like a JD double. They got the doubles.
All right.
I mean, I'd rather be, if I wanted to juice, I'd rather be in the derivatives. Throw up slide 2. I wanted to ask you about this, Strazza. I'm not in it. This was like a 460% winner or something like that. And you were pointing it out as really the only thing in China that was working, or the best thing in China that was working at the time, right? This was an early leader. So I'm not in it because we were approaching those former highs from, early 21, right? So like, I'm not trying to fight that resistance, right? So I'm not in it anymore. So I don't have a horse in the race. So I'm trying to be open-minded because we love China, because the Chinese trades keep working. I like doing more of what's working. This was the best one. You can argue it still is in that conversation. How should we look at this? That initial resistance, right? Was that like a false start, failed breakout, and then we fall, and that real resistance is that OG top there, and we're already through that? Or do you think that that's wrong and we need to respect these highs? What do you think?
I think you respect both levels, right? I think it's cool that it blasted right through that first resistance zone there where you have the rectangle drawn. But I still think that the old all-time highs is a logical place to feed the ducks and take some profits.
But that keeps me from getting back in this stock.
What do you mean keeps you from getting back in?
Yeah, I'm not in this anymore. So I'm looking for
a
buy
weakness. So you can buy weakness.
It's a nice little flag, right?
Yeah. So then use the old all-time highs as your price target and buy the bull flag breakout. Right?
No, but what are we talking? A few points higher? It's not that. It's not that much. It's not worth it.
Get yourself some calls, cowboy.
32. I mean, I guess you're looking at 6-7 points. It's not nothing. I don't know. That's not what I'm trying to do.
20-25%. You could put some juice on that thing.
No, I know. That's more of a you thing. I'm not going to do that.
There's better. Here's the truth. They're better. I would rather buy the catch-up ones in China. That's what's been working. Think about it. Yeah, Baba's great. The other ones are still working. But the biggest winners.
What's Chinese crypto? It's a good question, Brett O'Mac.
The biggest winners in China have been the catch-up trades over the past few weeks.
What is the best Chinese crypto? Do they have that in China?
I don't know. They got like the Robin, maybe
Binance. Wouldn't Binance be the best?
Bro,
is that Chinese?
We're talking about stocks, dude.
Is Binance Chinese? No.
It's not a stock.
Yeah,
hey, speaking of stock, did you see the Winklevi? The Winklevi are bringing public the Gemini.
I didn't realize that the name of the company is the Gemini Space Station. Kind of a cool name.
That is kind of cool.
Well, wait, what?
Space,
wait, so it's a space stock and a crypto? I'm buying it.
Dude, it's awesome. Let's go to Ken and see what he's doing.
Wait, I wanted to bring Louis on, but he had to restart. So you snooze, you lose, Louis.
Kenny. Get him after Kenny.
All right, Kenny. Yeah. Let's do it. Where's he? Is he out? Where'd he at? Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
It's been a long time coming. They ain't come from my club, they took it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Hold up. Yeah.
Mr. Glick.
I don't ask a lot. Can you just not be talking about Chinese stocks right before I come on?
Dude, we can't help it. They keep making new highs,
make
bro.
You want to puke? Get out of here.
You're still never China.
Never China.
Not even intraday?
No.
What about
only to cover my shorts.
But you do short them.
I actually don't even look at it anymore. I see them in the corner of my eye because I got my watch list. But yeah, How
about when it comes in your watch list? Do you check if it's in China or not? Because you don't know where half these things are.
Yeah. No, just give me a Chinese crypto pot stock. So there you go. I need that right now in my life.
Dude, China's working, man. We are making a lot. Dude, Strazza had caviar on his pizza the other day. I swear to God. Ew. Caviar on the pizza, Strazza? It's a bit much. It's a little frothy. Caviar on the pizza? It's aggressive.
I don't know about that. All right, Kenny, what are we watching today?
I don't know. I'm faux show broing something RZLV. I don't know what it is, but it got smoked last night and it's in play right now. And,
RZLV?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but so far so good. Picked it up at 650, 660, and I don't know. Just came off the scanner, by the way. COCP, you guys know. Speaking of pharmaceuticals,
it's a $1.8 billion AI company. What could go wrong? Resolve AI. It's British. This is a British software.
Catches my eye when stocks get smoked and they come back. That's again kind of why I want the market to go down maybe once in a while so we could pick something up cheaper. But I'm not allowed. I see 20% into the. I'm still thinking we're going over like 620, 640 on the Qs. So I'm just super bullish, and it's just hard to break this momentum. So I'm not getting in its way. Not much going on. I mean, I'm just looking at, again, I'm still riveted by this open trade, it's crazy. Close to 1 billion shares on it yesterday. So I'm all over this one again. It breaks yesterday's highs, which is right under 11. You're probably going to 1250 today on this bad boy with Rob Schneider involved. So
dude, these shorts are getting destroyed. We run scans where we're looking for, we're basically looking for increases in short interest, from report over report. They report these things every 2 weeks. And Open Door was the biggest increase in shorts, like week over week, like multiple times. It's like, dude, what are these people doing? These people are getting smoked.
Yeah.
I understand there are probably some market makers that have to be short, right? Some market dynamic type things, but other than them,
No.
Yeah,
other
it'll
than
be
them.
a short again. But yeah,
Who
we'll
is
just
short
wait for
this
it.
thing?
So it's got the highest short interest ever in the history of the company. 21% short interest, 155 million shares are short. These people are getting destroyed.
The borrowing fees must be
Now
high
they're
too.
getting, now they're
because-
getting destroyed. Oh, now they're
I don't think the borrowing fees are tough. Why? These things are
no, it's liquid as you can be.
yeah,
Really?
are you kidding me?
Yeah,
It's not a problem.
It's easy to short. Yeah, it's fantastic. You know what else is so interesting? My IPO came out. My Angel Studios. I had a part in this thing. ANGX. So keep an eye on it, guys. It actually got back down to that 15, which is
You
where
got in on this IPO?
Yeah, ANGX and the other IPO I got involved in, the Figure FIGR. Nobody was buying that yesterday. It was just kind of a dud. Opened up, kind of faded, and tried to put up a fight and lost.
Get you IPOs, Ken. You got a broker in Long Island?
I do.
Is he in where Melville, Long Island?
He's got a
Coming out
guy.
of my rat hole.
He's got a guy. All right, Kenny, we'll let you go. I know it's late.
All right, man, guys.
Hit the big job. Trade with Kenny every day. He's there.
Peace.
Have a good one, Kenny. Have a good weekend.
You too, bro.
All right, let's bring out. It is Crypto Friday. Let's bring out Louis. He's here. I know he's getting ready for his stream in an hour with Steve, but he was kind enough to join us for a few. So let's see what he's watching today. Let's talk about what he's going to talk about.
Got my fingers on the pulse, avocado and toast, leather seats, jet plane, always ready to go.
Morning, guys.
Dog.
Lovely to be joining you.
What's
Hey.
good?
Looking forward to hanging out with you guys.
I was gonna say, are you in Canada yet?
No, fly out tomorrow.
We're hanging out
technically
with Louis
today.
in Canada. Is this your first time in Canada?
Yeah, man, I'm excited. Just see what the vibe is like. I feel like it's just going to be like a little bit more laid back than
No,
America.
because you're going to Toronto. So like Toronto's not like the rest of Canada. The rest of Canada is more chill. Toronto's like a little it's I don't even want to say little New York. It's smaller, but it's very New York-ish.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
know
well,
I know I don't need to tell Louis, but I had a nightmare last night that like half the crew forgot their passport. So please, people, bring your passport with you.
How does that even happen? How do you forget the one thing that you need to bring?
Oh. In America, we don't leave America much, right? So
Fair point.
yeah. All right. Anyway, Louis, why are there so many new crypto stocks?
They're just trying to make some money, They're just trying to get in and all the speculative fever that's going around. And hey, like I don't blame them. I don't blame them for getting amongst the action, but it doesn't necessarily mean to say that these things are great trades. Not all of these are created equally. Some of them are doing really well. Others are doing really badly. And so we just want to be very selective. And there's a lot of money that's being made right now. Like our iron position iron has more than doubled just over these last few weeks. These Bitcoin miners are just going crazy. And there's a whole lot of fundamental drivers that I'm going to be talking about a little bit later in the stream of ours.
Give me a little bit of the fundamental. Tell me more about this. These fundamentals drivers that you speak of.
Yeah, I know it's almost like a curse word around here, but I mean, just bear with me.
I'm not a fun for mentals kind of guy, but I'm interested. Listen.
I mean, let's pull up a chart. Let's pull up the chart that shows the allocation towards energy in the year-to-date returns.
Throw it up.
I
Perfectly explains. I dropped it at the end of the deck there, Spencer.
Oh.
So there's this really interesting development happening in the Bitcoin mining industry because right now, obviously, artificial intelligence and high power compute is the topic that everybody is talking about. There's a tremendous amount of capex towards that right now because these big technology companies, Apple, Microsoft, Google, OpenAI, for these AI systems, they need a whole bunch of computing power and they need a whole bunch of electricity to make them feasible. And what better place to look for that particular computing power than in these Bitcoin miners who literally have these factories of rigs that are mining Bitcoin. They can repurpose those. They can also expand to create new purpose-built artificial intelligence data centers because they have the expertise in developing all of these computer systems, right? So that's what's happening right now because Bitcoin mining is actually, as a business model, it's a very what should I say, unsustainable business model. Margins are very tight, and they're only getting tighter as time goes on by design. And so what a lot of these companies are doing is they're pivoting away from crypto mining and they're transitioning into high power computing and artificial intelligence because the margins are better. It's likely a more sustainable business. And so you can see here the projected revenue from a lot of these high power compute operations begin to go live next year. So the percentage of revenue that these Bitcoin miners are going to get from their Bitcoin operations relative to their artificial intelligence is going to begin to diminish in next year and into 2027. And so the companies that have been pivoting into this high power compute have been the ones that have actually been outperforming this entire year. And so I want you to pull up that chart, Spencer. There's another one there.
The next one.
Looks very similar. Yeah, that's the one. So what I did was I went through all of the investor filings and the most recent earnings presentations where they walk through how much energy, how many megawatts they have allocated towards Bitcoin mining versus high power computing, and how much the management is forecasted to be allocated towards those various power supplies.
Dude,
And
you
so you
made
can see,
this chart. You made this chart, right, Louis?
yeah.
Dude, this is very well done. Like, this is a sick chart.
Appreciate
Nice
it. I mean,
work.
not nothing but great charts around here. They tell
Oh,
a
but
story,
Louis,
right?
seriously, you do.
This is the best chart that anyone on the analyst team has made all year long, hands down. It's not even close. Kudos to
No,
you.
this is a great chart, dude. Seriously, as somebody who looks at as many charts as I do, I could tell you, this is very, very well done, Louis. You always do a good job, but this is next level. Nice work.
Thanks, guys. I mean, look, it really shows the picture here because you can see the companies that are allocating or are projected to allocate more power towards these artificial intelligence data centers. They're the ones with the strongest year-to-date returns. And so Iron, Cypher Mining, Applied Digital, NBIS, even though that's not a Bitcoin miner, I still included it in this visualization because it really spurred the entire rally that we're seeing right now in these Bitcoin mining stocks. And so this
Hey.
is the show this.
Hey, don't give them too much, Louis. They got to tune in an hour.
No, but
Yeah.
this is good though. Nice little tease. Nice little tease. So if you're interested in more,
Yeah.
well done, Lou Dog.
He
Great.
went through, JC, he went through all of the quarterlies to get this.
How much AI did you use for that?
Don't lie.
I gotta say, it's a helpful research assistant. You know,
Yeah.
it's really
All right.
helpful.
All right. I like it. I like it.
It is good. It is good. Louis, I can't wait to talk to you in a little bit here. I'll see you at 10.
Yeah, me too. Cheers, mate.
All right. So then you're gonna give us one more. You got this IREN, right? I mean, this chart. So this is Australian. Do you New Zealand folks? Is that okay with you? Or don't you guys beef with Aussies?
I mean, look, it's a love-hate relationship, you know. I'm gonna go see Grant in a few days, and so I mean, we're brothers, so I mean, no beef there.
All right.
But these guys are really interesting. They've got a no hodl policy. They sell all the Bitcoin that they mine immediately on the open market, so they don't actually hold a Bitcoin corporate treasury, unlike a lot of these other Bitcoin miners.
And why is that a
And this
good
is-
thing?
Because the market is punishing and squeezing the premium that those companies have been trading at in recent months. Stuff
I
like
just don't
MicroStrategy,
understand.
right?
I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb, but like I don't understand why the company that's not holding any Bitcoin is doing so much better than the companies that are.
Because the premium that these companies are trading at is compressing over time, right? So the multiple that the market is giving it is compressing. So even though the underlying value of that asset is moving higher, the premium of that asset is moving lower as you're getting all these new ETFs. And then they're also getting liquid, right? They're using that money to then allocate towards AI data centers. So this particular company is pivoting really hard from Bitcoin mining to artificial intelligence, and the market's clearly rewarding it. It's more than doubled just over these last few weeks.
Got it. Understood. So it's not mining crypto anymore. It's doing AI stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's the story.
And then why? Because they just have this crazy technology that worked for crypto, but now they could use that technology for AI, and there's more money there.
Well, they can't. You can't necessarily repurpose. I mean, look. You know, I'll end there because you know we're going to talk. We're going to
All
be talking about
right.
all of this sort of
Sorry.
stuff.
I get all excited.
So you're going to need to tune into the live stream to get all these answers. But look, you know, the story here is that these companies that are pivoting to AI are the ones that the market is rewarding. Now, that might not be forever because these old school Bitcoin miners are still eventually going to have their day in the sun. But for right now, when we are focused on making money, it's really important to segregate these particular companies into these two different baskets, which is what we're doing right now.
Lou Dog, good luck on the video today. Everybody tune in. Mr. Spencer, if you want to drop the link.
I don't even need to drop the link. If you're watching us on YouTube, you'll be automatically redirected as soon as this stream ends to Louie and Steve's stream at 10. If you're watching us on Twitter, it'll be right there as well, right where you're watching it. It'll be a new tweet. If you're watching it on our site, the video is already up there. It just hasn't started yet. So, JC, what are you doing, man? in, out. Very excited to do this. Like we said, it's a bull market for stocks, bull market for crypto. A lot to discuss. Many new crypto stocks. I think it'd be funny, Louis, if like JC ended up being like super into like the fundamentals of crypto, right? If that like compelled him a lot, but we'll see. Anyway, 10 o'clock Eastern time, 45 minutes from now, Louis and Steve ripping through all of it. So Louis, we'll see you there, all right?
All right. Thanks, guys.
And Steve and Louie are now both going to get ready for that stream. This is where they both have gone. As far as where JC has gone, who can really say? Who even knows? Are any of us even here? While he's out, though, I'm glad he's gone because I have a few things on my list. We never get to what I want to talk about, right? So this Paramount merger with Warner Brothers. Anyone see that yesterday? You see WBD blast off on a report that there's going to be a takeover offer, Paramount for Warner Brothers. Hey, he's back. That interested me a lot. I mean, it interested the market too because stocks reacted, right? If you look at SK, God, what is this goddamn ticker again? Shoot, it's new. I don't know, P-Sky, right? P-Sky and WBD. They both reacted off this. The market liked it. I know there is some consternation about like, will it get through antitrust or won't it? But I feel like the market saying it probably would, right? Be a net positive for both. So that interested me. We didn't talk IPOs at all this week. We didn't talk about Klarna, KLAR, which I keep typing Klarn, IPO'd on Wednesday. We've had a good IPO year, just in terms of getting out the door, right? Sometimes it's hard to just get through the IPO pipes and get into the market. We had Figma, we've had Klarna's been rumored for literally years, right? We got the Winklevoss brothers doing their thing today. It's been a good IPO year, and you want to see that. You want to see liquidity. You want to see companies going to market, and you want to see new stocks, right? We complain all the time about it, how companies don't go public, or they go public too late. But new stocks is generally a good thing. So bullish IPOs. Klarna, as with most IPOs, you really want to wait to see where the dust settles. I know, I think it was Klarna that allotted a decent amount of their shares to retail investors. There was an article this morning or yesterday in the Journal about that. I know more companies are allotting more of their IPO shares to retail. I don't know if I think it's probably a net positive, but I think there's this assumption that like retail tends to like hold longer, and I don't know if that's true. But as with most IPOs, you're probably better off if you want to buy it. You're probably better off just waiting a few weeks or even a few months, right? Most IPOs will at some point in that first year trade below their IPO price. So Klarna is there right now, actually. So what else was on my list? I want to talk about those IPOs. I want to talk about that merger with the movie studios. And I had one more thing. Oh, Restoration Hardware. Oh, and Adobe, actually. Adobe. Oh my gosh. You guys see Adobe this morning? I think this is a case of, we talk about like, do new technologies destroy companies, or do they simply make more work for companies, right? And AI is like, Adobe has been punished for AI in the past. Maybe like AI will kill Adobe. That's not the case. It seems like it's the opposite. AI is making more work for Adobe. It's making Adobe more useful. Then the CEO talked a lot about that on the call last night. Talked about how let me pull up the quote here. He said it's their biggest opportunity in decades. This is from the CEO. Their revenue was up year over year. They raised their guidance for the second time this year. 70% of Adobe Experience Platform customers are using their AI assistant. AI influenced annual ARR surpassed $5 billion. That's insane because their target was 250 million. So annual recurring revenue for AI as in Adobe's business is huge. And so I know the stock popped and gave a little bit back overnight here. I think it got to, what was the high? 382 last night. That's ridiculous, but we're at 360 right now. And then I know it's gotten killed, right? I know it's gotten destroyed, but it seems like this is a case where it's like kind of like how Microsoft Excel didn't kill the accountant. It just made it made accountants more efficient and made them do more work. Yeah. I think this is kind of the same thing, right? AI is not going to kill Adobe. It's going to make people be able to do
that's
more
really interesting
stuff.
How you said that, Spencer. I hadn't really thought of it like that, but that's really, that's really true. I look at guys like Strazza. I look at, even guys on the team, running the scans with Excel, Grant, all the things that Danny does with Excel, like all watching. I mean, me as somebody who's stupid about all that stuff, I don't even use Excel. I use Google Sheets, which is like not as powerful or whatever, but
tomato.
More than enough for me.
Right.
And so these Excel freaks, what is it? A gentleman on the streets, freaking the spreadsheets.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm not one of those guys, but I can see what they're doing with this. It's really powerful. So I understand when you say how, like, using AI in a similar way, like that makes sense to me.
Yeah. So
are we all flipping the book long Tesla? You saw the tampon guy at it again?
I did not see what he said. Like, he's not in my algo. I don't.
So
he's in your. I don't see what he says really.
So CNN, of course, are talking about how Elon Musk loses the title of the world's richest person to what's his face?
Yeah, Ellison. I hate those articles. I hate the article that I hate the most is, the world's richest people lost $100 billion today, and it's like, you mean the market went down? Is that what you mean?
Ellison actually made $100 billion in one day, which is,
I know. In other words, Oracle went up a lot. Yeah, okay,
that's crazy though. $100 billion in one day is insane. Like actually is. And so, all right, so Waltz is at it again. So here's the chart. This is the chart of Tesla.
Yeah.
Ready? Look at this. Are you betting that this is not going to resolve higher? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. So let's remind everybody what happened the last time that the tampon guy was dancing on the stage. Show the guy.
We all know that when Tesla goes, it goes without you, right? With or without you.
So Tesla was at exactly the 61.8% retracement of that entire rally from the 23 lows. And so we were already buying the stock. And then the tampon guy
what's crazy?
Is dancing on stage. This is a guy, ladies and gentlemen, who is constantly talking about how broke he is.
Wait,
and
what
how
did he say
doesn't
now?
own any stocks.
What did he say now?
Yet, despite that, he has the time to watch the Tesla stock, right? And then tweet about it. And so why don't you show the returns of what happened after the last time?
Wait. What did he just say? You said he said something else.
So here we go. So go to the chart. So this is the return. So a 56% return. What is that? Like 600? What is that? $350 billion in market cap? What something like that? Ever since this is just a few months ago, and then now he's out tweeting again about how Elon Musk is no longer the richest guy. Like, just as Tesla's breaking out, I think we gotta be buying Tesla, man. Is all I'm saying. Like, this guy's a great contrarian indicator.
Wait, you said he's at it again. What did he do?
He's tweeting out about Elon again, about how Elon's not the richest guy, using like Seinfeld memes.
Okay.
That's the fade. And by the way, it's not like it's not Nasdaq Poppy saying better stocks now than Tesla. Everybody agrees with you, by the way, Nasdaq Poppy, which I love that. So then hold on. So I want to just make something clear because I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, what would the opposite be? What would the lib, you know, trying to be an angry person, what it would the Republican equivalent be? I think it would be like, it wouldn't be Trump. It would be like somebody like a hardcore Republican influencer, or maybe like, you know, one of these one of the Republicans that didn't make it to president or whatever, that lost in the debates or whatever, like making fun of like a super woke company that's gotten crushed. That would be a similar signal to me. You know what I mean? Like if they're going out there mocking the stock of a like one of those like too woke companies that got smoked, you know, and then they're out there tweeting about it, that would be a similar signal to this guy going to the Elon, right? As somebody who observes human behavior to try to make money from it. Last time, what a great trade. We were right here talking about it. Spencer just did not want to hear any more about the tampon guy. Totally over it. Wound up being one of the best trades of the year. Bill says, DJT, I was thinking about if Trump is tweeting about a company, I guess, you know, I think the better signal would be one of the cohorts, though, you know, because he's like the president of the United States is different. You know, this is like some guy. This is Kamala Harris's running mate. So, like, you know, this is a good. So if we have somebody similar, like I don't know, I'm not to pick on Ted Cruz, but like a Ted Cruz, you know, bashing some overwoke company, that would be a similar signal. I was thinking about it the other day. How do you feel about that, Spencer?
I don't. I'm sure there are many equivalents.
Like if Ron DeSantis makes fun of Target, exactly. Yes.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I haven't thought about it honestly, but I think as a general rule, I don't put a lot of stock into what politicians say about markets. Good. Bad,
I think that the politicians who are always talking about how they're too broke to be in markets, talking about markets is information. Obviously, you saw it in real time. That was one of the best trades we put on all year because the tampon guy was dancing on stage.
Tesla has gone from what was it, 290 something? Yeah. Oh no, it was lower than that in April. It was in the 220s.
20
from 220 to 220 to 360. If that's not the quietest 140 point move, I don't know what is. But we know that this thing can do crazy things
because it's not making new all-time highs yet. Because you nailed it, Spencer. You know, you nailed it a couple weeks ago when you said Tesla usually does nothing. It does nothing, and then rips to shreds, and then nothing forever, and then rips. Like the way you said that was so spot on. I don't know if it was on the show or in one of our meetings. I forget. It's true.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. And then I wanted to mention RH real fast. I haven't gotten the chance to. I missed the call last night. I try to always either catch the call or read the transcript because the CEO of RH, Gary Friedman, is like definitely maybe second to Elon Musk. He's like the most colorful CEO on Wall Street, and he says like the craziest shit. And he's like completely earnest, very serious. He's not like sarcastic. He's just very like dramatic, right? About his company and about like the prospects of the economy. And when it's good, it's the best it's ever been. And when it's bad, we're all going bankrupt tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like there's no middle ground. So I didn't catch last night's call yet, sadly, but I just want to look at the stock for a second this morning, and it is down, right? Yeah. Okay. So
by the way, I want to give a shout out to the community.
Sure.
You know, you might wonder how on earth I discover these Tim Waltz tweets, right? Like, do you follow Tim Waltz on Twitter? Like, of course not, right? You understand that people who read what I write and people who watch the videos that we do know how I think, and they know what I'm looking for. So they bring it to my attention. They're like, yo, JC, tampon guy's at it again, right? Some like Minnesota sports fan 007 or something. Who knows? Right? Some random guy in Minnesota knows how JC thinks, right? Knows the strategy, looks for opportunities, and then, you know, pings me, be like, yo, JC, check this out. Boom. That's how I know that that's how I find, like, you know, what do we call it? Anecdata, anecdata. So we got the hard data, and then we got the anecdata. The anecdata is helpful from the community. So I want to give a shout out to the community. Somebody's listening. Hey, JC, why are you always writing? Why are you doing videos? There you go. Exhibit A. This is why. We make friends. Lots of friends. If you're in Toronto, speaking of friends, you should come hang out next week.
Yeah, we will be we'll be around.
We got a crew. My boy Adam coming through. You don't even know. We got more people coming.
Okay, well, I'm glad I booked us some space on Sunday for this. We're going to like a bar, like a sports bar, but they have like some sort of official NFL sanctioned watch party going on.
That's cool.
I'm not quite clear, honestly.
And we're all allowed in at the same time. It's all good.
Yeah. Oh, we have a reservation.
Nice.
It's not for as many people as we actually have, but tomato details.
We'll figure it out. We'll be fine. Dude,
details.
I want to give a big shout out to Canada.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm stoked to go to Canada.
Are
you gonna bring your wife some syrup?
No, because I've got family in Vermont. I don't need to go to Canada for my syrup.
Touche.
We have good syrup at home. I don't need that.
Your favorite town in Vermont, Stowe?
The only town I really know is Killington. So
you never go to Stowe?
No, never been.
It's a little bit further, worth the trip. Dude, Stowe's a great town.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Burlington's a very cool town. But
I've never been
really, really far up there.
Dude, Stowe is where the Baskin Robbins is.
Don't you mean Ben and Jerry's?
Yeah, Ben and Jerry's. Sorry, whatever.
Okay, yeah, it's the same thing.
I don't know. It's my bad. No, it's actually very different. So
okay.
My bad.
It's all the same.
Ben and
thing.
Jerry's.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in Stowe. You never been to the Ben and Jerry's in Stowe?
I've been to the Ben and Jerry's, but I've not skied in Stowe. Fonz, are you here? Do you want to come on? No, Fonz left. Okay, Fonz is helping Steve.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. We got a big presentation coming on.
Okay. If you are local to the Toronto area and you want to maybe hang out, just shoot us an email. Here, I'll put the email up on the screen for a second here. Email us. Where's a good thing I can do? Just questions@stockmarketmedia.com. That's the email. Yeah, let's do it. Ignore the top part of that, but email us questions@stockmarketmedia.com if you're in Toronto or I don't even know what towns are around Toronto, honestly. But we'll be around. Monday and Tuesday are going to be just for a small intimate group, but for Sunday, we're going to be at this bar. We're also, because we'll be in Toronto, we're not doing a show Monday or Tuesday. I don't know about Wednesday yet. We'll have to play that one by ear. But definitely no show Monday, Tuesday. So with that being said, let's do a quick recess and wrap this thing up.
All right, Mr. Spencer Israel, what do you got?
I'm super excited, not just for Toronto, but before Toronto. Tomorrow, I'm going to see the greatest show on grass. The Savannah Bananas are coming to New York City, and I will be there at Yankee Stadium tomorrow to see them play the firefighters.
The Washington Generals?
No, they're playing the they're playing they're playing the firefighters, I think. Yeah, they're playing the firefighters.
Like actual firefighters?
No, that's like one of the teams that they play.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm super pumped. I have no idea what to expect. But I think what they're doing is awesome. I cannot wait to buy. Normally I'm like not a big swag, like buying like official gear type of guy. I don't really have a ton of jerseys or sports stuff anymore, but I'm definitely going to try to buy some official Savannah Banana gear at the store tomorrow when I go. I think it's awesome, and I can't wait. I'll tell you all about it.
When I first saw these guys, I was like, oh, I want to go, and then like I couldn't find any friends that wanted to go. They thought it was stupid, and then some of my like hardcore like baseball friends,
I'm sure they were offended.
They were offended. So I was like, all right, yeah, maybe I shouldn't go. And now everybody's going. The places are slammed, and now I can't get tickets, right? So like,
well, this is the best. This is the best part. Is they are vehemently they're anti secondary market for tickets. They hate like reselling. They put all of their tickets in basically it's an auction system. And the most expensive tickets are $60, and then the least expensive are $40, right? So they're super affordable for everybody. And you basically just enter a lottery, and then if you get in, then you can buy tickets, right? And you have like a very small window of time to do that. I bought these tickets like a month and a half ago or something. But I mean that's my weekend. Is Saturday for the Bananas, Sunday for the Canadians. That's what I got.
Love it, fantastic. Throw up slide 2 and 3. Listen, these guys put on a great show every year. You know, I know they're my friends. I'm rooting for them. I'm a little biased, but man, they put on a hell of a show. This is future proof. Everybody's there. You know, great crew. You know, here's just me and Dan Ives just having drinks. You know, I was like, Dan, what do you think about JD? Because we had just bought a ton. I'm like, should I buy it? He's like, of course. That's like asking a fat kid if he likes cake. Like, of course he likes JD. So, and then I want to give a big shout out to Brian Lund. So Brian Lund, local in Huntington, comes on our show all the time. And obviously always does a great job. Eddie Elfenbein there on the right, Blake over on the left, all guests of the show. But he is local, Brian Lund, in Huntington Beach, and his wife is Vietnamese, so he knows all the local spots. This plate, look how much food is on the table. Dude, Blake was disgusted with me. He just couldn't believe I kept eating. He's just like, dude, he's like, really, more, JC? I'm like, yep. He's like, all right.
It looks like a lot of hot soup. I can never do that much soup.
I mean, it was like a pho. There's like, it was awesome. You know, there's like a beef one. There was like I think it was like a chicken one. Yeah. And then we had all kinds of pork. And
I don't see any banh mi. That's a little bit disappointing.
That's like some tourist shit, bro.
That's tourist shit.
Dude, this is a Vietnamese.
That's like the best sandwich known to man.
For people who don't know anything about Vietnamese food, perhaps that would be like going to Miami and like getting a Cuban sandwich because like, oh, Cuban sandwich. It's like, bro, you're missing all the best food.
Sorry. All right. Well, I like me a good banh mi. What can I say?
Do better.
All right. Anyway, nice job. Glad you had fun.
Shout out to the Ritholtz Wealth Management team. Awesome crew. Shout out to the Future Proof team. It was fantastic. By the way, Bush was awesome.
Cool.
Like, wow. That was incredible. They're great. They just came out with a new album, by the way. I haven't listened to it yet.
Didn't know that.
I did not know that either, but I just saw them live and they played a few tunes.
Cool. All right. So here's what's going to happen now. We're going to end this stream. And again, the stream will automatically, if you're on YouTube, it automatically redirect you to the 10 o'clock stream with Steve and Louie, right? It's going to be right there on YouTube, right here on our site and on Twitter as well. And then what else is happening? It's Friday, and Fridays at 5, Larry Thompson does kind of like a happy hour type thing. Thompson's 2 cents, where he kind of, gets a little bit of a beverage and some charts and has some fun. So that's today at 5 o'clock. As I said, no show Monday and Tuesday of next week. Really no shows all day, both those days. So we'll be back perhaps Wednesday. Everyone enjoy the weekend.
We'll be back Thursday because I know there's a lot of people that are going to be out still traveling on Wednesday because we're going to be in Canada. So we'll be back for sure on Thursday.
We'll be back for sure on Thursday.
Don't miss us too much. Should we just chime in we should do like a live stream from Toronto just for fun.
Maybe spontaneous live stream.
Maybe. Oh, you never know. You never know. Izzy, if you're listening.
You never know with these guys. All right. Thank you everyone for watching. As always, for the likes, the comments, the chats, the agreements, the disagreements. We'll see you next week. Go make some money. Y'all responsibly. All right.
Or don't.
I don't know.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs.